Hey there, welcome to Living in Seattle Suburbs. If you're thinking of relocating to this area, or perhaps you live in Seattle and you'd like to see what suburb living is all about, you've come to the right place. My name's Meryl Lee, and I'm an award-winning real estate broker, and I service all the areas around Seattle and in Seattle, and I thought I would share my knowledge with you so you can make an educated decision as to whether living in Seattle suburbs will work for you or not. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because with that, it's free. We're not going to bother you, but we're also going to let you know when I have updates, because I'm going to cover all the towns around Seattle. And also, if you want to send me questions or chat or give me a call, feel free to do it. So let's get started. I thought I would talk today about living in Lynnwood and Alderwood, Washington. It's north of Seattle. They're very close together. And one thing I have to say about Lynnwood and Alderwood is that it is prime access. If you're going to be living in the suburbs and you're going to be working in Seattle or Bellevue, because a lot of people moving here for tech especially are working in the Bellevue east side, then Lynnwood and Alderwood are a wonderful place to live. There's a lot of new construction, and there's also some older homes. So it just depends on what's going to suit you and your family, if you have one, your needs as far as living in Seattle suburbs. There's very quick access to I-5, and there's a lot of shopping. So Lynnwood and Alderwood feel more suburb than Seattle, but not really as rural as some of the other towns around here, like say Everett, Marysville, Snohomish, Monroe. Those are really super rural. Like in Lynnwood and Alderwood, you can get a good sized yard, but I don't think you're going to get a lot of acreage. But the benefits are there's a wonderful, wonderful mall, the Alderwood Mall. I was here when they built it. Yes, I think I was still a teenager. And they've added on, it's now like an outdoor mall. There's movie theaters, fine dining. There is the waterfront that is super close by, and that's the Puget Sound. So you can get to all these areas pretty quickly. Like Seattle is 16 minutes. Of course, that's not in traffic. Bellevue's 18 minutes. Just jump on 405 and head on over. There's also some side roads that you can take getting to Seattle and Bellevue from the Lynnwood, Alderwood area, and you can find different ways on how to get down there depending on traffic. So another way is transit. We have a commuter train that does run from Everett, and it is really commuter only, so there's not as many stops. And then we have the new light rail, which is amazing, like magic. They have been telling us since I was a kid that they were going to be building this light rail right down I-5, and it is open. So it starts in Alderwood, and there's stops all the way down to Seattle. Like the next town is Mount Lake Terrace, which is like a couple minutes south of Lynnwood and Alderwood. That's another town to look at if you're thinking of moving up north. And it has their stops all the way like University District and quite a few stops. So it's a wonderful way to commute from the Lynnwood Alderwood area. There's free parking. I know that they have a monthly pass. I'm not sure what it is. My daughter uses it, and her work pays for it. I've taken it, and I paid like $6 for an unlimited all-day ride. We went down, stopped at Seattle Center, got off, walked to the center, and then got back on, went down to Westlake Center and walked to Pike Street Market and shopped around, had lunch, and came back and caught the light rail right back up north again. So that's a wonderful way to get around. So the average income in Lynnwood, Alderwood is about $118,000 on up, but I think that really varies. I've got clients who make less than that, and I've got clients who make more. And that's one thing that I love about what I call the Pacific Northwest up here, or the Puget Sound area, north of Seattle. There's a wide range of income. There's a wide range of housing costs. The more north you go from Seattle, the more affordable it is to live, for sure. So like Marysville is become very popular with Seattleites moving up here, especially after COVID. And it's about a 35-minute drive to Seattle on your own if you don't take any type of transit. But you also get suburban living. If you want cows and goats and chickens like I have, then you can have that. It's quieter. I've noticed sometimes it's amazing because I live in Marysville and there are people around, but it's so quiet. And then when I'm in Seattle, there's the hustle and the bustle and all the exciting noises of a city. So lots of choices, many different areas to move in around Seattle, north, east, south, not quite west because we have the water there. That is part of my territory though. I'm a real estate broker, and I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And I will go across the water. I have a lot of clients over there because I love taking the ferry. And when I'm out with my buyers, it's like a field trip. I love helping them. I have won awards every year for being the best buyer representation because I love my clients. And purchasing a home is a really big deal. I also have represented many people moving into state, especially military, and it is my honor to help somebody who needs to purchase before they even get here to orchestrate the entire transaction. I'll go out, I'll pick some homes, I'll film it, we'll FaceTime, and then I will orchestrate and guide the entire transaction. So when you arrive, it's here and all ready for you. So it's some of the things I do. And I do have to say, living here in this area is the most wonderful, beautiful experience. I've traveled around the world. I've lived in other states. I'm always happy wherever I live, but this area is amazing. You are close to the water. There's a lot of lakes. There's a lot of rivers. There is the mountains that are like a half an hour away. So if you want to hike, camp, rock hound, which is something I'm starting, snowshoe, ski, hunt, it's right there at your fingertips. So living in the Seattle suburbs is pretty amazing for any age, really. What else do we have here that I can share with you? There's a lot of very great schools in this area and a lot of new construction. I guess that could be a pro or a con. The new construction is a pro because we're growing and we always have been. And I honestly have always felt like this area up here, and this is the I-5 corridor, running maybe an hour north and around Seattle. We're almost like our own country. It's interesting. We're kind of self-sustained because we have Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon. We've got a lot of big businesses. We also support a lot of small businesses and self-owned people. I'm self-employed and I do well. And our economy has always done well. So there's a lot of new construction for businesses because we need them, for homes because we need them. And I've noticed, especially more north when you go, the homes can range from like 500,000 on up. So there's a good variety in home prices. And what I do for my clients is I create a portal and let AI do all the work for you. You don't have to do any work. What else do I love about living in Seattle? It is diverse. The weather is not as severe as people say, but we go ahead and let them think it because, I was just talking to somebody 2 days ago and she's like, I heard it rains there all the time. No, it doesn't. We have our periods of rain, but being a local, I love the seasons. We have definite seasons, and they're not too severe, really. And it's just really nice for me to get that break from life every 3 months. You're in your summer time. It gets really hot here now. It's like going to be 90 today. Too hot for me. So everybody's gone out and gotten these roll around AC units. The newer construction has general AC, but the older homes don't. Mine was built in the 70s and we have roll arounds and they work just fine. But I'll tell you, it's the first time I've ever had AC. And the week or two that we have this heat, I want it. And these AC units, they're now in the 200s at Costco that I saw. So living here is really nice because we have the seasons. I consider them mild. I don't check the weather. When it gets super hot like this, I will tend to check it a little bit more because it's like, how hot is it going to be? But like during the fall and the winter, I really don't. I travel with two umbrellas in my car. I never use them, rarely, because generally I'm running from car in and out. But I have them. I personally have some great Sorels in my car, some hiking boots, because I can at a moment's notice go out and walk land with clients. So, some of the things just to keep in my car, living in the Pacific Northwest, I have gloves, I've got scarves, I've got hats, I have umbrellas, because of my work, really mostly. But I think a lot of people I know do too, because you never know. Maybe, hey, let's go take a hike in the woods and it's, a half an hour away, let's enjoy it. And you get up there and then you hit some rain or something, or it's a little colder, because it's colder in the shady mountains than it is here, which is another good thing to know. So living in Alderwood, Lynnwood area is a wonderful place to live, especially if you're commuting to Seattle. My daughter lives in Marysville, which is about a 40-minute drive to Seattle. She commutes down there 2 days a week, and she started with the light rail. She tried even public transit because she had to. She didn't have a choice. And now she's on the commuter train and she loves it. There's different ways to do it. And she also feels very safe, says it's doable, and I trust that source. So once again, thank you for visiting Living in Seattle Suburbs. I'm Meryl Lee. Hit that subscribe button so I can send you some updates on the new towns we're going to be doing around the area, like Mukilteo, Tulalip, Marysville, Arlington, Granite Falls, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, heading east towards the mountains, Monroe, Sultan Gold Bar, just a lot of areas. But I thought I would do Alderwood and Lynnwood because they're more south, they're closer to Seattle than all the other towns. They're a little more pricey to live here, but they've got all the shopping you need, all the big box you need. They're close to the I-5 and the 405, and that's how you get to the east side in Bellevue. And if you're moving here and you don't have a lot of time, that might be a place to land. Perhaps you want to rent for 6 months and check it out and see what's going to work for you. So once again, thanks for stopping by.